I think Bitcoin is more like Cisco was in 1999. If you remember, Cisco was the internet stock that everybody bought because it made the architecture, the infrastructure of the internet. So when you didn't understand what the internet was, you just bought Cisco. And Cisco had an enormous bull market, and it was a bubble. It never, ever got back to the highs that it reached over that time. Bitcoin shares similar characteristics. It's the way to play cryptocurrencies and those changes to the financial architecture. So if there's only one real way to play it, agreed, there are some of the other cryptocurrencies, but there's relatively few ways to play it. Everyone piles into one thing. You pile into one thing, you create a bubble.
Well, Bitcoins are currently in what classical chartists call a parabolic advance. A parabolic advance is basically an advance that it's accelerating at an accelerating rate. And someone might look up the concept of the parabola on Google to more completely understand what a parabolic advance is. But the very nature of parabolic advance is the market is accelerating at an accelerating rate. Mark target is 10,000. It has been for some time. But the nature of the parabola as a chart construction is that when it is violated, markets have severe declines. And so I think this parabola is probably running out of time to a certain degree, that at some point the lower boundary of the parabola will be violated and we'll see a severe decline in Bitcoins, perhaps to the magnitude of 50 or even 60% of its value.
My discussions with VCs and people at the heart of the financial system and people at the cutting edge of the Bitcoin industry or the blockchain industry, they're all talking about blockchain and how private companies or groups of companies can make a distributed ledger amongst themselves and have a token that doesn't trade publicly, because it's of no use to all of the investment banks to have this token that goes up 1,000% in a year, falls 50% the next year. That's unusable for business. And I know we can hope and pray that the volatility dies down and we get some sort of smooth valuation of Bitcoin, but I think most of the big innovations are going to come elsewhere. They're going to come on blockchain technology, but without the use of most of the cryptocurrencies.